Now we are going to solve second problem from our SDA sheet, that is based on 2D array. Okay, so this kind of problem based on 2D array has lots of variation. Okay, so I have completed this problem on LeetCode. You can also try. Let's try to understand the problem statement. Okay, so cyclic rotation on a grid. Okay, so based on this pattern, there are many questions on 2D array. Okay, so let's try to understand this. So you have been given m into n row column a matrix grid where m and n are always going to be an even integer. Fine. What you have to do is they have been given one k and you have to rotate every shell by k. Okay, you have to move that in forward direction. Okay, by kth step. For example, if k is given as 1 and this is your initial array, what you have to do is you have to move towards 1 forward in forward direction if k is given to 1. So 2 is going to come here, so you can see here 2 is here, 3 will come at 2 place, so 3 is here, 4 will come at 3 place, so 4 is here, and 5 will come to 4 place, and so on. Then if you this is the first shell, then in same procedure you have to apply in a second shell also. So 2 will come at one place, so it came here, 3 will come at 2 place, so 3 came here, and so on. Okay, so you have to rotate every shell of a matrix by k. So let's try to understand here also one time. This is our initial matrix and we have been given k equal to 1. So what we have to do is 2 will come here at one place, 1 will go here down, 5 will go one step down, and same it will goes on. Every value will shift by 1 from at particular place. Fine. Okay, so this is our first shell, this one is a first cell, this one is a second shell. So you have to rotate all the shell, okay, by k. If k is given to 2, the same procedure you have to apply by shifting 2 value. Okay, for example, if it is given to 2, then 3 will come here. Okay, 3 will come here, 4 will come here, 1 will go here, 2 will go here, and so on. Fine. Okay, so let's try to find out the approach how to solve this problem. I hope you understand what do we mean by shell. Okay, this is the first cell, this is the second cell, and it will goes on. Okay, so this is going to be a third cell if more element exist. Okay, and it will goes on. Let's try to move towards approach. So we have divided this problem into three part. We're going to solve in three part. First part, we will get the shell value in 1D array. Okay, in 1D array. Okay, now you have a question that how will you figure out 1D array size? Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to get all this value and I will fill in 1D array. Okay, so formula to get a 1D array size is max row minus min row into 2 plus max column minus min column into 2 minus 4. Okay, so what I have told here. Okay, so let's suppose this is our matrix. Okay, is what is the min row here? 0, right? If I wanted to know the first cell how many elements are there, what is the formula is, what is the min row here? It is going to be start from here. So min row is 0. What is the max row? That is 4. So 4 minus 0, that is going to be 4. So 4 into how many sides are there? Two sides, right? This also and this also. So 4 into 2, that is going to be 8. Okay, same we will do for column also. What is the mean column? That is also going to be started from 0. So 0. And what is the max? 4. So 4 minus 0, that is going to be 4. And how many sides are there? Column also 2 sides. Okay, so 4 into 2, it is going to be 8. Minus 4. Why minus 4? Because here one thing is going to be repeated. Okay, that is corner value. So we will minus corner value. So 8 plus 8 minus 4, that is going to be 12. So there are 12 elements. So you can count also 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 values. Fine. So this is the formula you have to use. You got all the shell value in 1D array. Now the next part is rotate that 1D array. Okay, we have been given k rot. So k is basically nothing but rotation. Okay, so I hope you know how to rotate a 1D array. Okay, so I will let me do a brief. If you want to rotate a 1D array, what we will do is we will divide the array into two parts, like one part will be 0 to length minus k, and another part is length minus k plus 1 to length. Okay, so this is the two part. What we will do is reverse the first part. Okay, so first part is 1 2 3, reverse that part. So we got this. Okay, reverse, I mean reverse means swap on. Okay, swap the second part, same. Reverse or swap, both are same only. So swap the second part, so it will become 5 4. Now reverse as a whole. Okay, so this is the final array after doing reverse into two part. Now we have to perform swapping in this array. Okay, so this is a final array after doing the swapping in both the part. Now do swapping in this. Okay, so 4 will come at 3, 5 will come at 2 place, and 1 will be as it is. So this is the value in the array after doing a rotation by k. Okay, now the same logic which you have been used to get this 1D array from the cell, the same logic you have to use, and you have to set the value in the 2D array. Okay, now value you have to take from here, this 1D array which you have generated by doing a rotation. Fine, the same logic you have to use which you have been used in getting a 1D array. Okay, now let's discuss in this part how to get this 1D array. Let's suppose this is our matrix. Okay, min row is here, max column is here, min column is here, and max column is here. Okay, so I hope you understand at least this. Okay, min row is here, max column is here, min column is here, and max column is here. Okay, so you have to perform for every cell this operation. Okay, let me give the name of this wall. Okay, so this is the left wall, this is the bottom wall, this is the right wall, this is the top wall. Okay, then you have to get the value of this left wall. What you have to do? Okay, to get the left wall value, move towards min row to max row. Okay, what this means, min row, this is the min row, right? You have to move towards min row to max row. Where is the max row? This is the max row is at 4, so you have to move from min row to max row, and at last increase the min column value. What this means, why we have to increase the min column value? Okay, we have to increase the min column value because we have completed this part, right? So basically this is column, right? Okay, this is the column, right? So min column was previously pointing to 0. If we have completed this, then now we should point min column to here. Okay, I hope you understand why we have increased the min column. Previously we have to travel from min row to max row. Okay, to get the left wall value 1 8 15 22. If you wanted to get this value, you have to traverse from min row to max row. Fine, once you have completed this iteration, at last you have to increase the min column value. Previously it was pointing to 0, now it should point to 1. That means first column has been completed. Fine, now let's get this bottom value. Okay, this value we have to take. Okay, to get the bottom value, move towards min column to max column. Okay, min column to max column. What is the min column? Now only we have increased, right? So we have to move from 1 to, what is the max column value? Max column value is here 7, so we have to move towards 1 to 7 and get this value. Okay, and at last what we have to do? At last we have to do max row minus minus. Okay, remember this point. Okay, this is very much important. Okay, try to understand from here. You have completed this part, right? Now max row was pointing to 4, correct? Now if this row is completed, now max row should increase and point to here. That is, now it is pointing towards 3. Fine, okay. Now what we have to do to get the right wall value? This wall, now we are getting a value for this wall. Okay, this is our right wall. Fine, okay. To get the right wall value, move towards max row to min row. Fine, max row to min row, and at last decrease the max column value. Okay, you have to move towards max row. Max row is pointing to 3, right? Max row is pointing to 3, so you have to move towards max row to min row. Where is min row? Min row is still pointing to 0. Okay, we have not done anything with the min row, so min row is still pointing towards 0, so we have to move from 3 to 0. Okay, we have to move towards that, and at last, okay, this is what, this is column, right? This is one column, right? So we have completed this, so max row is pointing to here. Now we have to decrease the max column and point out to here. That means now max row is pointing towards 6. Okay, this is index value. Okay, we are talking in a length. Okay, so now it is pointing to this. Fine, okay. Now we need to get this top value, top wall. How to get this? Okay, to get the top value, move towards max column to min column. Okay, focus on this part, max column to min column, and at last increase the min row. But this is one row, right? Okay, max row is here. We have to traverse from max row to min row. Min row is pointing to 1, right? Min row is pointing towards 1. So we have to go from max to min, and at last we have completed these. We have to increase the max row to 1. Now it is pointing to this row. Okay, now it is pointing to this row. So now in next iteration, when you will come again, you will get the left wall. So same thing we have to do to get the left wall, min row to max row. Where is min row? Min row is pointing towards here, right? Min row is pointing towards here, and we have to move towards max row, that is still here. So in next iteration you will be going to move towards here, and for and from bottom value you will be going to move towards here, and so on. So this is the way you can get the shell value. Once you get the shell value, you have to rotate that, and using the same logic you have to traverse the same way, and this time you will not get the value in 1D array. From 1D array which you have rotated, you will set this value. Okay, set this value in by traversing this using the same logic. You can set this value for particular shell. Okay, fine. Okay, now some basic cases we need to take care of this. Okay, else in LeetCode it won't pass. For example, uh, I got here index out of bound error. So you have to, when you are doing this traversal, right, you have to do this iteration how many times? Until or unless max row is greater than min row, or max column is greater than min column. If any of this condition get failed, we don't have to perform operation. That means we have completed for all the cell. Okay, we have completed rotation for all the cell. Okay, next thing is we have to take care of k. Okay, if k is greater than matrix dot length, suppose if k is given as 17, then you don't have to rotate 17 times. Just take a modulo of 5 and it will give some value. In that value, till that value you have to rotate. Fine. What happen if k is less than 0? Then what you have to do is, if k is 0, then you have to just add, sorry, you have to just add matrix in matrix dot length. Okay, so let's suppose 5 and the k value is -2, then you have to rotate only 3 times. Fine. I hope you understand the approach. You can I will provide the link of this problem of LeetCode, and you can submit this problem. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day. Bye bye. Take care.